Moloke, if you are on the internet or surfing on the Facebook, our account 96.1, it's the Dome of Happiness. I was here for Mobia Kwaba, the Yamasa say what day and now Dome Yay. So done another quarter say. Na the platform. You ever heard you on my gun and mobile Abuame Abu Bibia 10 minutes after 2. Kopum say no naibe bono. You will be can will be tre. And Edumediasono, honorable for Yando, Ebe Basso. Na wabeka kakra e de afan sambia e de agu ho na ehia se ye kan asam no edikan ye beka wo beka obi abeka na dwene ye behwe nsampi enche abronye ye behwe na ye na didi nkomo ne ho asam asore abapa anti on the line ye saka na bibia dadin ye frame me soldier na nadakwa host for the show aboafo ekura mi mu no opanyin Bismarck ojane na so ye pa sanso ana Otre therefore ba kope technician on duty Christopher Bibia to Facebook no so team of experts na nyina no na say kwa ye ne wo enam ma memfa enchiama nana yawo ne hododo no kakra miguso a me wish no speedy recovery is them say ye pa oni pansi ye mo akwa ba biem nana da kwa the soldier ne the platform ne asase ye continue ye Facebook account no so a fa comment fa bra fa and someone yede eto anim no ho ame wa ha emu akwa babiem and some yede ewram no ene free tertiary education for people with disability Friday no it is John Dramani Mahama Esrem say Jata our president waka bibi with quotation ya nani nyina no wo fa free Mandela ho or say a nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizen by its lowest ones. Na just oman no said the Mandela kan na mama so akoka quotation o kirem say enye omo a omamen ana omadi ye pe ana omo wosoro pa na se ani ku omo na omo ebre ene mobrafo said ye waye no wo mo asabe omo ye bubuafo wani na efra e bia wonsa etwa obi asabe wadi dem ana ye wo no na sabe ne honam dua kwa ne nyina ntimi enya ahoden se ebia wo a wutie mi no ye from more people with disability and are physically challenged people very well sankofo yi ehu hie ye pa na president adwene nwanhu se ese mo mo free education e wo tertiary level so called training college bi and colleges of education bi and assessor wo university level wherever school pon bi abewuram no wa we yare abewuram no Friday na Mahama kan yo osi school no o kon free of charge enti ade kese ba kon say ne ye kan wasam eno nti Solomon Ata e ofi asisi a Solomon Ata oye student e o school kese ba ko agidin University of Education Winneba campus ene na makofa na free wa betena yedim studio ha live na obeka na dwene na fe yahwe say president eka sa policy a obesha se dia mom no say no mote no na say na ye omo ye ba beka wasam ye be san hwe nsam pi eno no ye ne omo maka mo eba nyina beka sa dia fa ho Nana Kunadu Ajima Rawlings na me emfa ne kran say ye may her soul rest in perfect peace former president Rawlings na yere na Ghana abakwasem no bia na Kwame Nkrumah yere na meyi na si odia ono ne obi obeji ne din yie partner so cheye say first lady now buy so ampa oye instrumental in the formation of NDC NH ko no asabete party for NDP enano yantia sempa nyankopon atonsa friend na Kunadu Ajima Rawlings na legacies ni odija achire ne oyede boa ma mekai 1995 Beijing conference in China eno no mo ko previous nyina fa ahudie dia mama no the whole world they can ba ko mienu miensa omudi mu ntintima na o ka ho bi pa ko make powerful speeches ne niema achire yi oba ye shase ye niema bebre said the be man so sebe meme kasa ba bia omuso betima wewuram bi ye kira dwene betima kira bi ensa no dwuma ne yesua mfidi dwuma ne yesua school ni ade no ombetimi enya right awariem ni ade yensisi omo bambo eso muhia oka ho bi pa prayer those time through system ɛne nneɛma bi a na ɛde ɛma akɔ ɔyie mu up north saa female genital mutilation na sabi ɛma ɛna mpanyinfo wɔn mu a wɔn twɛti atwa saa na wɔn ka ne twim pɛpɛpɛ saa deɛ ne nya na adeɛ na ɛkɔ so a na nyɛ wɔka ho paa na wɔn kuti ayɛ yɛmie bie gari factories ne adeɛ ɔyɛ bebree paa na yɛgu so a yɛka no may her soul rest in perfect peace yɛbɛka no asɛm san sɛ John Dramani Mahama ɛgyina aban na mu declares 3-day state funeral bi say a morning no state mourning 3 days of national mourning na yɛba bɛka ho asɛm abranteɛ baako ɔno so nasɛm ɛsɔre weekend yi na gu so trendy ɛyɛ ɔpanyin kɛseɛ baako ɔno so ɛyɛ MPP for chairman na wagye pene so ɔne yɛbɛkasa on the phone the whole bono no ɔno ɛyɛ chairman abronye ne ho nsɛm bebree na asɔre yɛ ɔmo kyerɛm sɛ ɔkoka asɛm bi ɛwɔ German South na MPP for ɛbɔ ntoa bi ɛnam on sɛ leading figures no ɛpre sɛ ɔmo betu frank adeɛma party no nti rally ni campaign ni adeɛ ɔmo yɛ nim no ɛna ɔka asɛm no deɛ obi anim sɛ ɔwɔ Baomia camp ɛne ɔkoka Baomia deɛ a waka abronye obeyi amaw akyerɛw bosome kura edua maburo na ɔka nsɛm bi no nam sɛ nkɔfo bi sɛ ɔmo nte aseɛ saa apro na ɛ generate yɛ no ɛne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛhwɛ kakra ɛne nsɛm kakra wɔ akyire na yɛne no ɛdi nkɔmmɔ nti yɛsaka abronya a wɔde ka agye pene sɛ ɔbɛkasa platform so sansa ha no ka Ghana yɛbɛte ne nsɛm no paa na Kumasi Asanteman ɛkwa Eastern region baabi bia bono hɔ ɛna afei Angola Mema Accra baabi no wɔmo ɛbɛte ne nka wɔ Angel 96.1 so nti yɛhwɛ n'anim kwan ɛwɔ dwumadie so straight away ensam pina wo yebehwe aka John Dramani Mahama ene na banka aka sisudua se enkokon tenkete no wo mo eba abechiche na eye November mu wo mo nsam bebre ana me metumi tena aka se ayaye kekanyo yebeye yebeye no adosu yie pa na yebeye no adoson na nansenya asem omo eka omu chese sa nkokon ketenkete no ne omo ka deputy agric minister ne kan ye John Domelu achirem se NDC for crowd na naso ye no agric minister omo crowd se kwan bia so no next month ye wuramu a nkokon ketenkete no omo ye no ready se omo ba beche se ne Poliando beyen bia Chema abronya benya bia obia obeyen bibia no sa anda kwa de soldier obeyen moa ni bia na wakọ constituency awom no na wakọ akohu sa so ma 10,000 bets enkokọ no 10,000 obia benya bi honorable yamba benya bi sa so na offenso MC oso amwa Frank honorable ono kwa ese obadwumadi so live ono so benya bi de owo bunkurubu de owo bolga babia obia mensini bia no ombenya nkokọ ni bia yen na yahwese de esitie nkokọ nketenkete no John Domelo achirem se mid November ena ekwan bia so no sa emoa no wombeche ede ama constituencies ni nyina said they all target across 3 million bets and omo distribute to all over Ghana the 10,000 obi anye Asante Achim South monye mamsafo abeje woron kofo Asante Achim no fo meje dwaben mudie nie wedie nie bantama ebenya bi asanso bwachemo obia sabeka bi na it's interesting agric de se de ni ko ho ana ye ni ku hu na ye ni ye beboa ye aduane a ye die enam a ye wie se yanhwe ni antoto ne ma yi a ye danda bi akwa se ye kra moa ye kra nkokɔ force emoa no bewu abakwa na omapro eno ne ye wie te restaurant no wi no ye say one more yare nko anche na je say owu abesori mu etimi ko hye adum ni adan na ye nhwese oman no eti said omu kan eba be hye kuayomu kenapa de ankeye okay ye be kan wasam na fe oil palm plantation so say ye no abe na ye ntre ahye mu na ye diversify economy no omu se omu be pompisika kase bi aboa ma eno so eho etima yeye to de hia ma ye ho akwa ba wie na ewura ma ye kwa anim na me de nsam no agu opono so no yen ko na fe abrantie ba ko no so o se ene de yi pa se de be kan no ata ofia ha na obeka na sam kakra dia fa people with disability ene John Mahama o se education no o ya ma ye free or university level ono ewo Winneba esuopon kese ni mu education no ho ena osua wako school kra wie so wie bibia kra kwa political science na de ye ho Solomon ata etie o se na opeso ba be kan sam kakra enti waba as a pan-Africanist and of course observer also a political event ono be kasa kakra 7 day proper kwam kakra de ahwe ade etie na my special guest on the show Honorable Paul Yando, MPP Communication Director for the Greater Ashanti Region. Ono so etimi akasa ewa ha. Enti yanko yanim. Ata kwaba.
Yeja.
Aha angel. Na menisa ho ye pa.
Oba de na nanu madaro ma ye ho ye.
That's right. John Dramani Mahama say free tertiary education for PWDs. Tese mo amo sabe yare ehamona enema binti no muntimi nya niema totin. Musa wo frosoro akra oba na otie so abrepa na oba bedru ye be nyane mama mo na munko university ni free na nado dan kwa bae yenim de obeye kwanya man mo fra bebrenya so munko SS for free so aban bia bam intervention do ye bi but so far de aba no woni unuano mo ane mu hu say wo de won timi enjoy bi e bia so koye say master so doctorate ni ade
ye say bia koye masters na wa me binti ye hwe no so enti me sha se no na my deepest condolences me de ma Nana Jima Kunadu Rollins ebusuafo nyina na Ghana fo nyina ye ma me Nana Jima Kunadu Rollins da ne benkum so wa answer no said the odi kan no wa bo adwuma ma Ghana nti no say nyina ye twa adwadwo na yi na ye ka women empowerment wa ye bi. So back to question now no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama intervention or the abase persons living with disability no ebeboa na ebia opeso ko university opeso ko tertiary education bia na ubetimi akọ free na untu ahwe no. In fact amamani age say me Ghana ni I think me take ma me ba no I saw
Angel 96.1
almost share there ni sa no na eto de bia ya na ense na emfata entwa yi but here rabbi no adwen enso ye ho hu say okay we have a role to play in the development of Ghana there na kwan e be fa so e be play the role that Ghana requires no through education enti waye ne say obi biara wo ye special needs no yet person living with disability no obeko school no free. It is a good intervention and I think say a record ye bonabaso ewo juma pa waye no because obaye no there are a lot of reforms are in the educational sector. What should I say? The foundation of every country is based on education. Eye o man bi afa pem no ejina school so and obetire say free tertiary education or the persons with disability no enya adoye but rather it's a justice way or the man say we too we deserve a quota in Ghana's development. Yen so no ye wo baby e si etimidi e ho hye na Ghana empuntu na ye nyina ye pe no obi biara ase bi wadi dem no a waye na adwen say obeko nanim onwumasuem no oban no nyinima and I said the government of the day no will not neglect that person. Yeah, call people on the bar a lawyer for an year from to join the bar Ghana Bar Association. You could see say na e bi o kra o many fra they were calling your from nyina as o me join the bar no.
That's right. So
obia wedi dem an any fra etimi join the bar na and then your friend no lawyer. Then just imagine say Yera John Dramani Mahama esi obia wedi dem no nko school ni free. Let's look at assets Ghana ebe producing. Because 2017 population census 2021 population census say over 2 million people.
That's true.
Over 2 million people. Ena omoye persons living with disability. It is a radwin ho no say yensu yentimi nko school ni be free. I think say Ghana nyina China chi na Ghana nyina mo na mo na waya de. So the policy in there, it is heading towards the right direction. Ti Yebeka Chera John Dramani Mahama say, Yadasi Ebim Rebium.
Modasi Ebi Emrebium.
Yeah.
Now reflecting the whole so far, so when you buy the at least, when we have big cry. Oh yeah, educational policies so far, Mahama said those handle near Nimamu to say. From your
okay, so as a political scientist, no. And as somebody who studied politics, I think that compared to the previous administration or compared to the previous regime, the person who and I buy what solidify education, I think His Excellency John Dramani Mahama within the shortest possible time, I exceeded more than previous government.
How?
Because yes.
Say within the shortest possible time, yeah, Mama Ba. Second time, why are they saying?
Why are they saying?
Predecessor, and another than MPP.
Yes.
Oh, I dear bay.
Yes, people will say that okay, free secondary school education. Previous government in the buy, but was it free in the buy? No, answer the free no crab banana era. I shall say with progressive free education. I don't know because he's a man of vision. Or TSA. With time, cracks bit mabem, bit by bit, gradually. Starting with progressive. Then, previous government, because our curriculum now, it needs change. Yes, or say it's come my area for me, the curriculum for Froba. But could you believe, sir, over 2 years now in your textbooks? I had a better in Coladiana, Uko education offices are na directorate ne supervisors they catch us say improvise to the point say uko villages ni bi mo and Nkola no because of COVID time Nkola no omo mass promotion
say
Nkola or class 2 no and class 3 no mass promotion near the class 6
Ghana.
Yes. And as a political observer and as a political science student, you sure say everything has the consequences. Anything or catch you say, yeah, idea no gradually. Free SHS understands a substitute quality for quantity. So Ghana achieved a quantity number of students, like a chunk number of students accessing secondary school education, and almost sacrifice say. Quantity edebe quality as enka omo pay heed to what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say 2014-2015 anka gradually anka with time more infrastructures will be put in place na absorbing Kolan. It got to a point curriculum na developing textbooks were not coming and Kolan feeding crab step and yes, it will be but we were all here. Free secondary school education. Ombekaji said they absorbed 5 million people, but actual statistical data they say 2 million and almost 5. So, Rabbi, changes or the firstly, maybe I say mother tongue. Yes, mother tongue. Basic education.
Na say omuda dase
Rabbi, no say teaching say reform no yes.
Na nese wa kan go na mesre. Obi a say amfa twintra de o kasa kra no instruction wo de ma if brofo na wo kan.
So on say you can say.
Imagine say so we school. Na ya to a wo de ko e bia bunkuru yoyo ko kra de a. Omo local language no wo betimi de akra de.
Saying to what you say.
We are compulsory.
But your compulsory no percent you say.
As so can't send be any.
Oh, there be.
Original fans.
There be. Say can local language no mpona. But you can local language na. Local language ne wo. Local languages are Bureau of Ghana Languages. Ayi languages ni bia to ha. Ghana was several languages ayeka. But Bureau of Ghana Languages ayi biegu ha. bi egu a yeka that yeka frafra yeka hausa yeka eve enti among all the local language bebrebe no you selected few
say himself apart from English and tree Ghana kasa bia
no no but oko bureau of Ghana
so chese bia oko bia frafra mema ye fa twi no ntra dia
David o say
na wo teacher ni na wo ya asantene edo akọ frafra memo no wo a local language na no na wo de be kire o ma dia I want to understand certain things kasa dey obisi talk it cheap
no what you need to yes there is what you say your Bureau of Ghana Languages and omote languages ni bi wa Ghana nyina agye atum say dodo na aka so and ironically no kasa bi wo ha ti say twi kasa no ukọ north na aka twi a ye beti wase na yi wa no so basic education is a one until mother tongue na untimi nya foundation of fapem no tina yewura this reform na ba no secondly a discipline a free school mu because of free secondary school education because free no came with a lot of things
mo by discipline be na ba
so free no ba
na a school bo am say St. Louis also nkora bi yeso no mo taxi boot or so mo epie ya tete enkwala bia starbu bi a big gun shot
yes and I make sure say reform
Kabeya do akọ ndisi ono the old president obaye
the point is me wo secondary school and I read Rollins Factor and then I also read Nkrumah a lot
excellent book
so yes so I read Nkrumah, I read Rollins, so I have a soft spot for the party. That one, it has to be said. But the point is that as a political scientist, you must look at statistical data, you must look at evidence, you must look at facts and figures. And I make sure I say, when free SHS came, the problem with the previous government is that they borrowed without contextualization. Right, I know my right. Forgetting that Ghana has a society, Ghana has its own cultural values. And Ghana no discipline free ma enye enti no akra no di bone kra na yesi ombra onya de ogusu ye no sebi na indiscipline at PTA yegu PTA fumfram but His Excellency a revival no mani nyina a wati say the parent plays a key role in the development of every child. And your institute PTA, ABBA, and then discipline. I think I woke up this morning and I moved there. Minister of Education catch us and then we are not going to tolerate that. Ghana
my maya koto tongo 4 nya be bom to
dabi
obre betima ya omo dia maya kama ka do nsane na no mu
dabi sa akra no go school dia you need to be governed by rules because if you are
set it slaves na yes
sir Ghana has its rules. Ghana has its fundamentals. I think our former vice president says something or say if the fundamentals are weak,
let's change this.
Yes. So if the foundations of every nation is weaker, Omano will be in shambles. Omano Ghana, you have discipline. First, you go school near Bua, untimi from few. But I know my right, and the so-called highly educated people are almost go school brucheno echo borrow without putting in context. The problem with the previous government is that they fail to recognize contextualization. Say Okofa 1+1. Will be my you must come and redefine it in a context. Ain't the era but licensure exams. Yera say we will scrap. That is the mode na near the children. So yeah, redefining no. That is who school ni man watch it. Enquire say where you school now, I bet say Vienna. Would you any kakra na wo no adwin na da no. And yes, I bet you licensure. It doesn't work. So we will bring it in, and then we'll make people to write. And the law students to me benefited from student loan.
Family. Oh, family. And I'm now so hacker crowd. Wait me, I say, we will more. Ebian Cabas or the man. Some say when they buy people with disability, free tertiary education. Mama saw the air money do buy. Ebian be became one went to Ancona. Ponisa to Nafi.
I think I said Ghana if we you say Ghana is heading towards the right direction. And when we actually say Ghana is on the right track. And Kokon Kete. Dollar no I stabilize. You see, I know oil palm business. Ubia fan hunshim na Ghana. The resetting agenda no we should all be involved.
Dollar yeah I stabilize. And so Sophia Kokonowa the same thing and the same people time.
Oh Debbie.
Sir. 20 cities no moji. I know mobile mobile camouflage be so more so 2 cities. Actually, because he calls agent and Quenty outside. So, there, but kuna now on the side. Sick amount for the Pepsodent. A bunk of phobia. Be a now Colgate, whatever. I know product be and as out here, say, Sabro Funa, car say, and I'm better, sure say, Sabro, Yetimi, Eddie, but I was so remarkable come for me about me, may say, why are they from? And I'm better, sure say, any a car bro, be say, if there's a sign, you for how many months I went to okay. And I'm sure say, any a car bro, be say, if the fundamentals are weaker. Everybody almost planting for food and jobs, right? So planting for food and jobs, you know. So a year plan of planting for food and jobs was actually planting for food and jobs, sir. And you buy buffer stocks and be full. So what you say? So why you planting for food and jobs to the point that Ghana is feeding itself and herself and can spend $2 billion on importation of food. 80 $1 now eswateno. That is why we are resetting. We are resetting in the context, say, we are now going to feed ourselves. See, you feed Ghana. Ejumapa. Enkokon ketenkete ni na wow we because we are now going to reshape the foundations. Said the bear, if the foundations are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So that is that. Politics perspective, the who no pepe no presented the ata. Mame enawase ewa hapa. Okay, you back to us so Jumadi no the platform. If you know they are to her, a 96.1 Angel FM. No ama for Francois who said another quad the soldier tenase na ekoso Ghana and Sabno and Ayeka. Na ye hwese abronye bekasa as a production crew no eguso waje penny so bekasa ha abronye omo echem so akoka nsem bi na aye Kennedy Japan ne supporters na hiye. That's right. Ono de okabima baumia. That's right. Now hwem so baumia no dodo na pipi gurus number 2 abande baumia ebi so second ebi so se adutum na so ye ba behwe na yetimedi din komo kakra de ewuram ene nsem bia eno so wopono so efa ne ho. Mascot Roofing and Construction nyame mo na nyaska na onyaska ya no wasidan ene ma yedi besidan pa ma yeye the whole West Africa say oye campaign bi ankrankro bi na mo kwa akosida na ukwa akosidan ya madama metal trousers no a yede bodan so no ni nyina bomre ne papa mu no Mascot Roofing and Construction and akofa edi abegu Ghana say bebiribi IBR roofing sheets the other bebo down so be fe long spine weather resistant sheets corrugated roofing sheets and no and afa Euro tiles no say ye installation we beto ne ye installation ade nyina ma no ye Mascot Roofing and Construction no ye ni betimi aboa ma bibia timi ayeyi aha ye kira kwan de eye pechi number 2 police station in Chen Kumasi pechi number 2 police station in Chemu one ye Mascot Roofing and Construction ye ya kura ne pavement blocks aye ton abo mrem papa concrete blocks hollow blocks corner blocks ni pillar blocks nso no ye ton e de ama ase ye de chew eso na ye boa mo asiu dan mascot no wa wie no se o pese o ye wiring a se wo waya ewe dan pa pese o ya na ejanto mu a na nsen be se last month this month no mu no e just start hihyehyehye na bebre na ye poor wiring ena de sade ne ba eti wo pe proper wire say electrician ana electrical officer bia oye bibisa menya tropical cable and conductors okoto ahwe box no say tropical cable and conductors dia woni problem eno ye wiring na empanifo na nkasa ahwe bibia so no that's right ombaba e the stamp na be ma say e proper obetua bibia energy commission for no ombebe ma go ahead say ye company bi na afawo aban na afawo ana wankasa na waye yie kakra o say yikwa ye heda nye yie ene asidan unya kakra na ja wodidi ya wasave bi na wodi ya bi kakra tropical cable and conductors beboawo na sa ope 1.5 mm 1.5 ubenya bi 2.5 4 mm 8 mm 12 mm 16 mm moko ubenya bi na bibia so etima ye why tropical cable and conductors one more line na my fama eye 0244 015 578 now on set me akan Angel Rock Missano bomodna pebi bomodna eno de also wonya bibinro bibidro ye kakwa na se wo eye de bi ma wa o try we ya o be forget the rest Angel Rock Missa ye ka the new herbal product aba na ye be kan wasam na yatimedi din komo na yahwe de esitie pa se opese bo adwuma yie opese sasa bro no etimi ko ana koko na edidi unipa nimu no unipa dua na nkasa pese ehwe wase no aha obenya end product na ma bibia etimi aboa o the new herbal product aba ebeboa o yie general body pains so sa ene bia udidi a wontene de udidi nso na se o fon sa ne ba nyina ye nyim free ho na ye mpemu ahodene sanity pa 0244719230 keep away from children and not recommended for pregnant women and persons below 18 years of age and only dieda ho yanim na yeko na ene opanikese ba ko a wa trinity wa ha na mi beja bibia de ama no honorable Poyando na kabetimi anko fesi mi se mame aka bepa ono na mi beja mre e de ama no na fe yahwe ani na din komo extensively na enkomodidie mu no abronye eden abia ebetenene na yahwe ensemba kwa na mienu na yenko anim Ghana nsensam na doso na opankasie yi that comes over pre general secretary na over that preview and so we chairman and so we call original secretary na okay ka be de say we be obeko bia no we typical politician we experience aha na ni nyina say ye ba be didi nkomo enkomo ni bi sa policy sefa enkokon ketenkete ama say next month yando so penkoko no bebiri akoyen obenya bi wo bi opebi bia obenya bi sanete bigi obenya bi no akoyen ka kire sister sade ase me say o penkoko nketenkete ama say from next month John Domelo ene kasade ma aban no na ono ene deputy agric minister on the gina ban nemu e de sansem no atudwa on the sidelines of sa program mo ye USC Washington DC ena IMF for a year program bi na ho eno nya kwanya odin sem kakra tudwa na o chirim say 10,000 beds ebeko constituency PM ye didi nkomo ne de futu afra sa oil palm production and this buy kwakua ankasa kra no wo mo ne no omo kan say ene ye hwani nyina from a different perspective so far the MPP for monitoring omaye no omo enso kan kire Ediafa said ye agreke honsam esitie mama ba yi enti sa wonso wo bibia baso body bia tumi de ba ban no secretarism sa sa wo bona chia ni nyina tumi de ma no wo pesa o kire no kwan pa no so ano a kire no na Ghana ye ko yanim sanse politics no nya betena so keka betena so a ye nya saa o ese ye ma ohunu se ye ho we are keeping you on your toes. Government introduce oil palm policy eno kan wasan kakra na ye bewuram ena persons with disability in Sensemi. So far so MPP omana montu omu etuo nyina fa enipa airpre no honorable Paul Yando abafie hade a ene na ye de bo ba ko ebekun enoma bebre ye behwe ho nyina ne de ka ebeboa mo wanya hunumu ewon nsem bi mu ye pa ba bia hye bia ka ho na metwa opuse ma me kya NS yebo a utie me wo Accra NS etisai sa na ye kɔ nanim Ada akwaba
soja mejo so ebru
hunam bɔkɔ de
hunam de Nyankopɔn aye na afamu de timi nya hoden ya yakwaba ye de wo edi nkomo yi na kyese nyame waye bebre amaye wo se ye de na sida ema no na akadiaka de aka no eye se aban be hu ye nyina mobɔ na wama enema mu agu amanipa Uti ase me no me ti se woni me nua di nkomo no ena o ka se me nua kra na ka se dollar ba fom ena wa wo ka bie se dollar akofom no enema nkasa e ma ye survival as human beings no enya ade a atimi akofom if you say banku buoda so gina de gina Uti ase me no ka se die huru ai wonte so fried rice 50 cities anko na nim na ekofo ma enso ifa on tikrampo entino ewo se enema timi eba fom na nipa etimi enya ebiema nse ne ho ato no on se ye founder ye Kwame Nkrumah oka se the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of Africa meboa Nti saa na dollar ya teswo no ana dollar wo form no it is meaningless unless it is linked to the total reduction of goods and services. It is a oka owiem say ateso na me kofo ka de tia na tie e de kwa the school fees kura de to abina school to an word to mu
school fees there
school fees uko teacher colleges of education the year time no almost 2,700 and teacher colleges of education
okay teacher training obi
teacher training
mama buy much na wo kasa
me na make school fees they say school fees 5,200 St. Louis kwa 5,200 na Akufo Addo time uko teacher training a udidi miensa ene udidi baako no kra no ye hwek se ubejadie otiase ko se me say
school fees o kan ya na manya clarification said your work say increment kakraba
kanya kakra semo
obi ba argue say oboa
anya kakra semo
ka se bia na sen okwa mama ba omoduane
mama ba ko pa school fees nya kakra semo from 2,700 to 5,200 o say kakra wait. Million at the 5,400. Aya sam ketwa we kakra. We nya kakra. We mpimanim
and as still on mama duane.
I watch 5,000 na wie no. Yeah, time near see didi. Hwe on say teacher training eye baby a wo o wie ya na okwohye classroom. Eti onka se wo ye teacher ni a wadru university status. Entino enuntino the KNUS ni legomu eye no onu so nkoye bi legoni no wo wia wo kwa Ghana gas akwaji clothing allowance ne ho allowance teacher ni kogina classroom a onje sa allowance ne bi o eti de be encouraging crowd for mo makobie ene se nuane bi sa no a ye be hwede ama omo ene miensa na omu die na ne ma ba akopɛ Baako no so kura hu nsem bebre a wo mutimi kura na omanya bi na wo ma omadi na ne oman ye koya na se ba etimetie mi nua wo kase ene education no e far better than anado danko akofo ametia na mi say na mi nua di asemu ne anche bia no no ade betu mu se ono anka se o tie o yen DCD mu a o software enya software to bia wo boa o yen DCD ni wote a no problem but let us be realistic otia say let us be real in issues hwe Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo eba no 2017 secondary schools enrollment na wo mu nyina nkora wo secondary school mu nyina 800,000 ye free ho a ye de free education eba ye enrollment wo school mu edro 1,600 otia say from Kwame Nkrumah peso enkora na wo school ye 800
what me sena putupro ya menye interview kakra na no so for education humum ye ne Atwema district nat chairman bon komo National Association of Teachers no Ghana for Ghana National Association of Teachers Mr. Amos Owusu ye no bon komo kakra na no for language issues said the weekend na Kona Haruna chiremu no yenhwe so far obanyini yamao eba the platform so Angel FM
so me ya mejo so
me yiri yesa ohoye
Yankopon adaro ma ohoye mobo na mo so
anyame krai mu pa Ghana teacher for mo empesi ano so no Atwema enimam ti say
Yankopon adaro ma Atwema de wato super guye so free barricades in carrier popim nyina hini abibia before.
That's right. And come on,
to muna debia no ebiti.
No, the obey the Yamompa Ebia, Emre Papa. Na yan shay near free Honorable Haruna Idrisu enum over the weekend. Watch them say Ghana Yankasapa Gassi account Mankma de Domayeno. Sababi ye tree, baby a fanti, Dagbani in the Kakano. Atachra fono, Monfan Chere Adie. Yede twiya na edim minim so far asano mote ya o kire mu o kan sasa composed order bia ba no muso musai
yo mini amedase ma mentia wonye watiefu nyina na mentia chetre ko across the region etie nyina ene won a o bika e wo mem ngomashia ho nyina mentia obia the minister kan no wo weekend no menene ya adwene esanse me tre kasa na me tre asante kasa enti menene ya adwene pa ne mo me gidi se e wote ye nsiseye egu akwanso na ye nsiseye de fra ye curriculum no se de be ya eniema na ye ka ho asem no ebetimi aye adwuma enti de ye de kasa no be dwuma awo ye schools no de menene ya adwene pa 100%.
Never said no much crata be the ababe humo a teacher for and as I say it be a directive net to say and instruction fancy be a why tree not you as anti-member summit Miami Chrome Casa. I had can't conveniently you can't tree Casa bro Casama a the year pa. This is a transfer near the whole court to Sebia Bunkurubu you are. How Casa no bet me that ready.
I didn't make us say no center or tika my did say a good answer. Because one fancy say and what answer won't to me if you keep a coupon at say me say free nepo yam fire and casano in need to ma or my muha no school in Namo. It's answer now to me this idea no prior dumano. Also yes say I would not be now we say at a church why for identity no or more movie no yet will be a baby ultimate a can chrome casa. It will be what ya transfer no na dia de ne call and ya post no call e bia zebera na ko ka se onfa ehom kasa no entra dia ono wonte entibe den no wotime de kasa na ye den achira dia entibi nyina ye ensiseye eyenkomodi abase no eyenkomodi a wose nyina ye di ne de siseye egu akwan so hwese atetrefo a agentity no ebe mo mo titiye te de be ya wudua ya do be ko krom o district a ufre ana ukrom ankasa Tibia we are Santinia, the people to up Santa region. We are sorry, it's the near Adobe Post, the way of Fantinia, the Adobe Fante. So the Baya Ukrum Casano, what Tiasiano. What to me actually, because Minia, if we are saying, will be a new house soon die or soon die over Casam. Will be a soon die or soon Krum Casam. So, Kaibet me, dear Casano, Edgy to Ma, kɛbɛboa yɛ ama ɔman no atumi akɔ n'anim ɔso kɔ China wɔn de wɔn kasa na ɛyɛ adwuma wokɔ Holland Dutch wokɔ Germany asaa
Pacho, me saa asɛm na amanfoɔ so ka no yɛmu bi nso yɛ ana yɛnte aseɛ kora mede America bɛyɛ example ewiase nyame bɔɔ no adeɛ no ɔmo ano mo America ɛfrɛ mo Red Indians ɛna British for any part of Europeans bi ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo nya free way to worship God nti ɔmo kɔɔ hɔ kɔkɔ tena hɔ ɛkyerɛ na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo nya freedom nti ɔmo ne French foɔ ka bɔ ɔmo yɛ revolution ɛtwe America no free ɛnyiresifoɔ nsɛm America sɛ sɛ ɔkɔ hɔ ɔmo nka Red Indian kasa hɔ ɛsɛ kɛ ne yɛ ɔmo local ɔmo ka borɔfo kasa ɛna ɛhwɛ coverage English no traveled all over the world Ghana formation no yɛn nyinaa yɛamfa yɛadwene ama asante ahemfo a na nkɔmmɔ pere tumi paa fa ahodie paa de ama bibiman no ebi kora sɔre tie asante man eti buroni bɛdi yɛn nyinaa so ka bɔ mu ɛma yɛ form one country official language no ɛyɛ English ɛna yɛyɛ ka o yɛ kasa yɛ kan bato with a section of tree kasa bi a cross border crowd nipa bi te ɛna bi a ngona bi bɛte no da ho me Togo kasa we population ni nyinaa nipa ɛte ase no yɛyɛ sɛi ɛna da bi asi anka twie de compare China population a wo kan so no chi wo mo ɛyɛ bɛ 1.8 minimum billion bi eti ono no betime a produce ade ye beto no nyinaa ba be wie kwa produce ade bi na atro ase brofo made in China and you say we should not use English our official language
ya woni bibi papa bi na ordinary ba free a class ba from school o se akoda no we champion pa mathematics o ya ade pa eti so we bi of the man bia obegi first and command 2x plus 2 is equal to y. Find the value of y. Akoda na ntimi anye. And o se menye so se me ba no ye mo kire no no ye onim na mo de kire no na mo bisa ne se by the time you wo de time ye second one by the time do say kodo what dada by the time you wo de me second one ye se what dada ye by the time no what man kan so mo chrome kasa trend man ko beti as oh Ghana your problem now is about enye man na yesu an ye ndiafe Osha obi a professor in mechanical engineering. Panika the car enyam from so the core feature near 77. Owi school one part.
Chief hanu the enfa language mo. The same Ghana e enyam be pacho. Me ma memram kakra.
Yeah juma. Ebema ya chenye mana si yie ama ya tumi akoye ni.
Nenye the same Ghana ya na Professor Alote. Ekọ America mam ya che na kwhye ho a o kan mo mutimi di plane. Ekọ wiema ya ma plane ekọ NASA for yo mo kosoro ne ade nyina. Enya Ghana ya na obi ekọ lead the whole world ekofia na no brofo da ho away the whole world. Enya Ghana fo ya na wo industrial side be eye niema. Hwan na retire na wan tie ase. Oh, na Ghana for doctors wa bro chobet makan. Nurses so bet makan.
But omo ba o memu ha Ghana ha no a. Nimdie na wo ka so mo yetimi de ye adwa wo memu.
I had a discipline any ya keke.
So, I'm sanko for the language. I did my woman, or my Ghana. How much you know outside the country?
Akofiana, it is your Ghana.
It is a in I bet Yasia. Ye Casano, dear, then you are tried your 20 years. Much social that, much English in that, I feel I'm a tricky. Wait me at Chiradia was a one fetching Casana and such a Padano, well. Obe writing or class we na ko share but I didn't want to kwada na ntia tie
eh asemo
mathematics ya ken teachers are you are supposed to use English language to teach mathematics but what the idea no betra kwada na nyina ko one fa kasa na ntia kwada no a ade no on tia on tumi e di se be ye dia yam fan say emu kwan so ma se de be ya yen kata no yam ko ye ne say through English becomes a subject. But it becomes a subject. Then the medium of instruction becomes the Ghanaian language.
Maybe nimre kameno be disanko mo pass say yeah diction ko kam say 10,000 words pen ko be bia na say in fact okay we be at the right time to the mama home. Na ye ne opanyimi nkasa ma me na opanyi ase pa wo emoa watimi e de aman opanyi ne kasa se sie ono na atwema nat oye omo chairman atwema district eja Owusu Amos na sisi ayensa kan Ghana Education Service on PRO for Ashanti region Daniel Fenyi opanyi Fenyi wa homa so ye ne nkasa efa language of instruction at the basic level of our education. Opanyini Yamuaha Eba Jumedi so the platform Angel FM.
Yo, Major Sopa.
Mijiri yesa ohoye pa.
Ya mi crying kakra na was way.
O cry danyame devia cry mu. Na yanhwai aban wei or the afa minister no so Haruna Idrisu waka nsem bi de akere oman Ghana say ye language of instruction at the basic level no ya na emwa ye borofo kasa na bebrenti nkwala no enti ase nti ka be ya ekuro bi ye no kasa esese nka omo kan efe ne mother tongue no eno na esese ye de gina ho e de yesusu dua de kira de minimum asem ne by na or the directive just say by force ye on enhye muso musai GS for na mobile day na matimi communicate amom kofo na unze we na aba na muni so
yo me da se bebre ma mentia etiefo na ahwefo nyina so na for us our Ghana Education Service ye energy policy na ho pa na ye da minister so ase because edu be na ka ye identity ye language ayaka and generally sanya yachade ewo classroom senka ne papinwa yankasa yade yakasa bechade some local language no man kwala no mati ase na omukra so more questions or more to me bisa in the local language no then yanda sa afi obi de kasa obroni kasa na yakofa no bawe actually said if I do baby I don't to men cabro for you who say you are not intelligent just because want to men cabro for you know for us no this bold initiative from the minister say or minor your kasa yankasa ye kasa na sa kasa no na yemfanchire no fana de no for such a bold initiative no ya babo minister na ba so na ya man assurance and the public and also assurance and the teachers no so assurance we will do everything possible to ensure say ye betumi ya de ayedwuma after all obi ne kasa akra ya de ayedwuma in the past how much more young
na me bato Ghana ye kasa de Ghana ye kasa de because we dictionary my English official language.
Yes, we have 12 Ghanaian languages that are written and spoken. Official languages are Yechre, na Yeka in Ghana. Na various regions, various groups, various tribes, were different languages. But 12, na Yajia to in fact, this year I say, textbooks say we na Yechro. Of the head, metuma kai kakra say tree no cry obo be 2 or 3 asante tree ekuapem tree your fancy yes your ever we don't have akan akan generally but inside akan na your tree and na your fancy your nzima your gan your ever your guan kasa ena ehon keka ho they are about 12 intiano ena in terms of implementation what we normally do is that school we teacher ni a what side woman definitely it is found in a particular society or particular community na school no woman the dominant language ya wo into me fans what should do a Ga community and what should do Ashanti region in that context you are likely to see majority of your students coming from say Ashanti coming from background omoka Asante tree Asante tree na be ideal so be adopted because and a significant majority of the students omobeka so one zema kromo so na zema land so the dominant language in the environment or the community and normally adopt a classroom. The logic is quite simple. Logic in English say language now what the best na deal with school and no could so likely so on an hour for eka Nano soon or community no me fans or market akotade on a yankofo bobor ewo society nimu and also on any yankofo agro environment nimu akasa e likely so omuka ewo community nimu no eno na yemfambra class na nkwayesa akwala no o di agro dia or language or di agro na mbo boba school no be sia de nso a ya language e de kire no o ya sa wan hwemi
mami mrem kakra wadaroma ade no ya na me fise o trankran bibiri a o plane nkran adwene ena se wo de ade no to fom pa so obon se ya na sononko ya keka ne sa se yeni asantefo teachers e training yeni nzematefo teachers e training eni ebi akuapemtwi ofie kasa no yeni obi a yatete no ewo emewo no so se on de akuapempe na se ekoba se wo kasa ya yeni o kasa ya na echna de transfer amount se o kọ momento nkonzema near the consumer as a okwatrade wa language of instruction ben so one things ma and akwako use meet you.
Okay, good. So let's start from this way. The problem numpono is not the teacher, right? The problem is not the teacher because yes, maybe my mentor mo but yes, problem no kwa teacher because I likely say in the man kwa na wa bono. Oh boy, it's not you. I likely say Obeko classroom. No be a kachi work classroom more. So it will even be easy for me to teach. So the issue is
kasa na kwachi banye be bia omotiko be okom kam kabubum. Baby kwa betena ha kwa moka no. But kese said o moka no. Oka na yesere no. Oka na star. Baby okwa twi no motikra. Enti eno ho na ye kwesi.
Yes, maybe I'm only giving you an example say. So it's not a problem. Ubetu wako oye gan teacher. For example, we a teacher near or Tega. You between and work of voter region, right? Voter now be on a class now be class, particular class now be I like this because a majority of the students are already speaking Ga. So it will not be a problem. So what you now
likely a prediction now pass you. Voter region minimum a very hard pass over it. Nipa be say 10% out of the community on think Kasakra. So let's even work with 5%. So it's 10%. Maybe you do 10%. So let's even work with 5%. 5% is still a good number. Until likely to be class, no, not 5% or more classroom more. What I'm trying to say is that it has never been the problem with the teacher. If you want us to deal with the challenge itself, the fact that the Ghanaian classroom is a heterogeneous classroom. That's where the problem is. Make a heterogeneous classroom, let's say, Ghana na ye culture, na ya mambre, na ya mandanity, na ye peaceful coexistence in China. Obeko classroom bako, a class of about 40-50 students. No, be a different group, obi oka fancy, obi oka tree, obi oka zama, obi oka gan, obi oka eve. My memory example, there are certain schools in Greater Accra. Say Accra nka office nka Ghana ya bakambia. But I tell you, ne kan do ho. Accra do bia nim. Say ko abasin 80% twi no muka. Ba me pese bolle Ghana no ni ade. Ke kan ko ba bi sa.
Yeah. Yes, I'm coming.
Plan the plan bi obe faili. Empanifo no plan no plan nya wo the Accra scenario and the plan but what is wrong?
No, I'm coming. You are throwing away a lot of figures and percentages. I don't know where you are getting them from. I am not able to mention figures because I want to come from numbers and data. I don't want to be throwing assumptions because we are educating our listeners. What I'm saying is that Accra is a Ghana community. You know why you are saying there are a lot of Akan people here? Do you know why? It's because Accra is a cosmopolitan environment. Obaha, every people are also here. That's why I said I don't know why you are throwing away a lot of percentages. But there are a lot of other people around too. In Obako classroom, no? In that room, one single room now, watch out, no? You will go for typical gun on fancy or a typical gun or class war. You will be so a typical ever, also to class war, also on the gun, also on the tree, on the tree, or ever, or the class will be. Or be so fancy. Fancy kwan or the typical on the gun, on the ever, also the classroom. That is where the problem is even coming from, not the posting of the teacher. So our classroom, and I'm saying this genuinely to educate those who are genuinely listening to us, say, the average Ghanaian classroom is a heterogeneous classroom. I am telling you, say, when you go to the central region, so what in Katrina Fancy should dominate, right? In fact, Fancy Impo, it should dominate. But I tell you, sir, you can walk into a classroom in the central region and you will meet a child who cannot speak fancy in any way because or not a classroom. So the teacher has never been an issue. I am clarifying this because when we say it is easy to make the argument that but teacher ni or fancy only no koto in zema kasabe no beka. That has never been the problem. The problem has been say teacher no a ye posting no. Okodu classroom ho na classroom na ba ko na ochira de wo mu no enkola ne bitu a wo mo fanse nko na wo to meka obi nso to wo even nko na wo to meka obi nso to wo gan nko na wo to meka. What language should the teacher adopt? That is where the problem, the major challenge is even coming from, the heterogeneous nature of the classroom. And this even goes beyond the Ghana Education Service. We know it arises out of Ghana, cultural setup, and environment. It fosters united living among us. Until baby or we share people from different ethnic backgrounds, different language backgrounds in the same classroom environment. Now, this is what you do. So when you're teaching here, because of this heterogeneous environment in America, it is not Ghana Education Service in Kwan. We teacher near call teacher training. We are aware say class you go and meet different students in that classroom who speak different languages in that classroom. Now, this is what you do. Number one, your first approach is that the dominant environment language in the community now school no one. That is the ideal one you would usually adopt. Nembom, ebi wa community na no. After na dominate no. Obe call classroom na the same thing. Ebi a classroom. Te say ni America Accra and Naga, you were quick to say that 80% of them speak Akani. You know about Accra, what you want to say a Ghana community. Baby, I obe call classroom. Particular classroom now, not kind of form and dominating. What language do you use? You use the dominant language in the classroom to teach. Of course, you will find one or two students. Maybe a woman, you're from outliers. Outliers, not the same. But the classroom, but local language now, okano, and what person you see in the classroom on theatre. But I tell you, that is the same problem with the English language too. I can't class one. English now they try and also on theatres you would still have to break down concepts. You still have to break down topics now, which gradually for those outliers now. They may be in the classroom, but language nowadays, local language nowadays, on shut down for them, you pay special attention to them and then engage them on a different level. But majority of the approach the dominant language in the community, that's what you adopt to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yabeda sipa won chichima whatever ebobodna e de oba studio ha sase ensem bebre for education ho a yetimi nkan hye carpet ase ba mo bo adwuma ti so na na bo adwuma se de we na.
All right.
Yene opanyi ba ko bo adwuma ye pa. In fact, Ghana Education Service PRO Daniel Fenyi ene no akasa wi wa ha said me make no say language say kan Ghana de English is our language. Oya Ghana ni ati say brofo na ye okasa yempani for wosro nyina panyini bia Ghana bia ne bako preparatory school mu bomode oya panyini biara de ono semna ko abekokwa ne bako school abrochire it is our job marketer bebo ayanka twi ho confidence level of form for okoye interview e be fail you ko to papa so ho onti ade a ye esen kom ka kire nkwala nse ye local languages hu hia nyame na de mai ye nsua ba ye maintain brofo no se na ye bibia tamana nka sante for air fight senke ye nkunti abrofo no ene nka tribe ni nyina ate asem ye kunti a omo a enka no ano no na ka develop ba anya sa ya form Ghana awie Ghana no kwadi ya brofo din ya try the Republic of Ghana, the Republic of enye twidi on charges ya sa ku echi na I don't know yema obiya teacher ni bia titwi bro ide kasa e say local languages ni nyina na sa na Christopher titwi na de ne kwa nwona memu a e ho na okwa kwakira nwona ode anwona kwakira de na robotics twi kura ye kan mumien kan kore twi ehu hia pa e de e yasen kasa bia wa Africa nemo tiade ba kwa ho ye frɛ bibi Dixon kasa bia ye wo ko bra fa mempe saa kasa no baako na obeyi no ya de enu 10,000 by English language more than 4 getting to billion more just unlimited because your francophobia lexicographics e best omo bi mo etnase baby some few years time no start years best be 4-10 years time be no must kasa no develop language instead na tete no kana saa na egusu kana yenya invention bi apart for asante bo nwure kente no ne nema kakra bi ye invention bi enu ayeye eni ko Joseph wa na se obeye bibi ya invent he nti sa wo ka computer kra na so wo ka obe say abf computer abf e ba foforo computer by more than 100 years ago so say abf e ba da abf afa na wa hu bi na say abf nti ama ye kasa no kra ye abf computer na say car no kra wo kan car na nye broni kasa ana twi kasa no kwa brofo ne be kire ye ka ne churo abede ne kwa ye omo property aya mo me nhye ni ma bi nso nti say edu be ye rata so panyin bia ba e ko preparatory school on fani ko site o obi ate brofo de no a kire say de twi no na hwan na say e asamba ko amodwene ha na modwene ha twi de ye pa ba ya nti ase ama medi ye chi those time ankwenti abrofo no de I over. We are only crying over export milk. English is our official medium of language. Mama nkwala ntino mu nsua ne yie. Na obe manufacture baby anya borofo anatwi a wote ne ntra. Emfa ho sa. America for man can red Indians cause about one manufacture they are the most developed country on earth. They didn't speak their local language. Language ne ye. So obe ka so nkan usua de asua. Na obehu. Meme de eno ne de meka. E na wo force obi o come fanti me man anti fanti o fanti na ko kira de robotics terms e wo mko atwi ba ko pawum topic en ko ye jaja e hwama ye jaja ho brofosa it is over ye ka se ye nka akwa abakura won krankra ta ho keke no e obi ya ye bo tumfo dia na obi buafu afedru ba bia mo se mo pese mo katwi ya dwene ye nyanwina ti ya dwene for niema bi dia o dia o ke kan de o mu aban bia ba no aka sisi suku adan men kola nya ba bi nko school har na edrisu mo munye teacher fo nya ba bi ye mposi o mkran ko eno na fo adwene ko wona meye saa de bi asa wo flex de a kire ze ono kra o ma instruction ono ro de brofo na ma instruction no look at this o pa akobo saa de ti o kan de ni kro nka sai dagbani o kan dagbani ka pompo na eno kan za Yando, where ya fa time kakra facha me pa be ne be ha no so pa
enye na me
incoming general secretary
regional secretary
regional me kwa da won se ka be pagya me kwa me yada o
esoro ho dia no ahye
ja yan ko de diem ha ya the golden kingdom of Ashanti
no se na me ka enema ekoso sisi ya wasi nyina no ehwe se ye di no kure a kire obi bia na me ka kire obi bia se wohwe nipa dodo a na e wo secondary school ansana MPP aban eba 2017 800,000 otiase 800,000 ye baye ye di free education baye ye increase enrollment no otiase 1.6 million otiase enrollment aba at the time it is a otina ha na wo kase ene momu no ena education no enkoye na John Mahama ena starting progressive ene hwanhwa mini obia nim se ye ka free education pa obia wofo wokọ a wontwi ahwe ni ade a eye na adodanko akofado ene ne ya wo ka se PTA na bana PTA no
so ka assemble Solomon no chem se mumu ho no MPP mo no mo he dade ade bi asena mo di dwamo num se ye the free se jasaba obekọ na mo nto books
yes
aduane ye quality aduane papa bi ani ho no ka be indiscipline ho de me head and na sesa but no say indiscipline na ekoso pa education no be ntia obi a free education
me nua soldier hwe ade bia wo de baba bia no matias ye ade bia wo de baba bia no policy bia wo de baba there will be challenges o yen ka say na without blemish ana say enfum so ba ku kra say eni ho otiase despite aduane ane emfa nko books ane enko enkra no results ana eba no net sen ote de kana say Share Mimi was secondary school. At a point, me want to ma na pest student here. The mom say me friend to me no. Na me kambo ni gari na me di. What you say?
Pest student ni gari.
Yes.
Woko secondary school.
Yes. So poani a dia ma me say me fa nware no na me di kwaji banku.
Allah.
Opa fa di agro. Enso ene mani age baby amababedu e wo mabrabo. Because the turning point in one's life so one share no manage ni year nipa na brabo say completely. It is yenya obi a ode hihye beba, and in this case no aban aye nyina tua taxes ma no all these years ni nyina nipa dodo no aka se taxes a ni etua no ni enya so mfaso. It is yenya aban a wono na ni ku education ho or say media all forms of monetary issues me ye free makwemu akora no nya na somdwe no mfa nsua de a we ya ba ya wose ye boni chidom ene ya PTA wo ka se PTA bai minia soldier PTA na ye ka no e free ana PTA na ye ka no e free unim se PTA dues nti awofo bi ba ntimi nko school. What you say? But that policy, and then they say,
I know this school blocks near.
I know this school. Edutum on see 80 on commission 80 projects at a time.
Of MC, Eje Penis of a bank or Bayan can be fool. On the Befia Becan say Edutum Edranum. Now, when Timmy complete even 10 schools, Nanka to me mentioning now or no between 1 day so MC in Cover resign.
Also, now, see, and 10 schools.
Emma Miyano.
Until the Americano. Or see, and 10 schools.
But when to win,
John Mahama by here, President John Mahama. On see, sorry, done 10 Emma Assemblies of God. Schools on the sea. Obiane a priority. Miss so many tia do chuma or commission 80 schools at a time. STEM education, and no credit a bonus. Yan Kahuasemo, Yan promise Ghana for STEM education. And so look at the introduction. It's mean who say we end this senior? Fine, I will not begrudge you. But the fact, no yan fanya juma. Now faswa Ghana for enya free education ho. Yamano can say embetoja. Dan say yebeka say nay abanu na ye bibi. Oh ye bibi ama wo eneno. Ene uko St. Louis a. Me kama wate. Uko St. Louis a. This a utua 900 cedis for nkonya.
St. Louis in a training college and SHS 900 cedis for nkonya. Unte say akro from MP NDC MP or say 300 million and say when your placement kra placement 300 million 30,000 and say when your placement hey asamo
eti wuti ana wu kan sem say ya ena na make teacher training asem che no St. Louis event teacher training hey 5,400 on sanso nya aduane miensa ndi obenya aduane ba kope na ye koya na se bai
ese when you did no mo ye sa
na make sure say yen for PR omadwen omo say ye betimi de PR actually bibia mu abra reality no na won tia na ye ka sure say ate cement so cement 84 here on Facebook ko cement ru anu wo say ya te so nti wonye oti ase etimi de me fi say no kredie ohoi ye de ba ye bibia ye mu oti ase na etimi bua ya hwe me nua te ha no obo President Mahama Abaso
disabilities for no the
disability for ya last 3 weeks ya one say teacher for call demonstration me say one say teacher ni anani afra call demonstration disability be change disability
yes mo
etutia na bia wo ya ndisi ni ntia bia wanya bia di etu bosso na mo me so many 3 weeks ago teacher ni o ye disability call demonstration na katua
akam
yintia over 13 months teacher ni wa accept say meko rural area akoye na se ye call campaign me ni akuro bi wo offense wo ye friend na amakwakuta
jai
ye wura nsuo mu ansa na ye pie kuro
de mate na mon
no man wo hon ne say ni mu na mon secondary school ni ade ne nde fe de na amakwakuta
enya
sam ketwa
kwane nye
misi ye wura nsuo mu ansa ne apie ne akọ
but Sam Bondi no ba na no ye show no ahya se o ye ho akwan no Franco Wusamoa
wode de ne ye nya drape ne ye de ba ye no enti niema ye ka no de eye se wode hihye bi begu ho
Angel
haro na edru so me maka no masaka me say education ministry where de na koto no ye pe na gu nanimu ase eno asase yo onse wo kase ye mfa ye krom kasa enchira de ne ade wono wo ka asem no kasa no wo de brofo oye English ni o England o free England minister kasa mu krom kasa o ti ase mu krom kasa mu a teacher for mu fa nchira de o kasa no a wo de brofo na eka pacho wo England ni eti wo hu se ade na asase NDC for promise headmaster for say omo eba ombe ma headmaster for na kobantima dwomu aya akodidwa abelema ani ato sheto ani ato aponche ani ato ene nkura no aduan no mudi aponche nam ka ho enya no mka chom say there be yentim first ka no this year from central near the abremo o se wo ba no free secondary school by o say yes we didia me totwe no aba ene ehu ni sen eti me no Masema make nyina ne se let us be truthful.
Okay, you know my great policies now.
Yes, yeah, let us be truthful. Ewo yensem bi hwe na wa mayanka ya maame a wa free mu yi. Maame Ajima Kunadu ana ka ho.
E ka ho pa bi.
Mate, me do as because yan ka bi kura me go watade a che kura na me nti wase. Go tuntum pa na asie.
E ya se.
E wasie nyina ka ho asem. Na 3 days is so. Hey, na dia wa be ya magana. Ya say 3 days, ya mpe maami ya 73 days.
Ba se na yi ankasa bedu so.
Yo, mate.
Maami do waye bi.
Yo, waye bi. Na waye bi 3 days ne de ye na yi. Eti dia ye kan say policy omo so omo de abayi. Eye de ben agrek de ben.
O se ba kon ye so omo beboa ma nkokọ nkete no because 10,000 every constituency benya nkokọ bebrebe
na ye establish
ebenya bia yen
me yen nyina ebenya bi
biara se de
me se bi o maka bia ni ho a yen nya bi meye bi na mema soja watiefo nyina ante ase se nkokọ no om se 3 million na omo kra nkokọ na nkasa kra ye ba benya no ha no ye kra wo mo tie soja ade na ye ka no yes ye kobra wuo enso ye sompafe yes importation edoso ewo manum enso nkokọ na nkasa ye de hyaase na nkasa kra no yes ekokra wo mo 3 million nkokọ constituency bia benya 10,000 meboa 3 million nkokọ ni bo nyina yes om 200 million Ghana cedi o divide ya akoko ba ku na wonya num so ndidi ye eye 67 Ghana cedi akoko no wonya ndidi num so
cost ebe
e kan kasa na edika beto ho akoko na ye nya mani so man electricity man hwe no a wonyi ye ne ba no eye 67 Ghana cedi that is 3 million akoko no ne bo u divide ya akoko na nkasa wabo kadada ansa no babe unim kokko nyan se ne esitie I'm not against say aban betimi dia ba because I ade a wa promise but the mama di yaw e wa ade ya ye koye we hu ye one e ka ebeba now o man na nkasa so ye mampani now no meet the press na se mo ka che ni say God is the one holding this economy. Wase a former good year a friend no gold no eno na ama economy ejina ne na so a yenya bi tuatua nkrofo ka ye de boy ho bra enti se enye se political ade a wa wo ka se wo pese wo ya ene nkokọ na pese onye no efa so be pa na wo so soja baby ye du we ya bra bomu yi enti wo benya daje akotire akokọ mamien se enum a de be ma ho ama da ben na akokọ ebenyi na soja wakum bi ama ye nyina ya wakota obi na ye nyina ye tima awibia ama ye ho atoye ote dia ya ka no enti sade no mwa economy no dia according to what wasema woka why do we then go and waste taxpayers money on it
una was
mina me kachirawo
una o ka kire se
mina me kachirawo
nkokọ nam de me pepa
when dem pe
efo ye me pe
me say why na so president no asem a wo ka se o si sika kokko ne kura o mayim ananya sa eti se sika kokko ne kura o mayim mu dia ade na obedwane afri priority akọje ade a enye priority all because wo de wano aka nti nkokọ ne mra ne ehun se nkokọ na ba na chese wa fulfill ne promise se benye ye se enye ye won de nkokọ na ba 200 million na annual day if it's about export and I tell the import any person ye katia president ebra wo ka se oba abayo a wo ko secondary school a wo gina ho no ade a wo betimi ya ade abo abayo anu an se obeto ne sanitary pad amano o ti ase eno no okrai 200 million ye year to was ye de beton kwala pad ni akoche abra ye wo local pad manufacturing companies e wo mining
o ya reziki issue pa
o ti ase eti se export
omonto bi organa he ya
enye
no mo ye ni nyeska
enye sika to help the economy eti me catch us about yankasa he doesn't believe in Ghanaian businesses
and hono de
what you say and this yabai does not believe because pad near dem ma we na kasa kra no wakokra in fact abai pad dia when tua tax nya de ade wo so no ne board den send dia we tua tax aba kobisa always surprise 17 cities na abai na kasa dia wo dia abado 24 cities
when lebo no yin say
why
ode mankola
ya chiro ya the coat of arm a ye nyina ebu no ya de ato ema pad ho
se bia na opeso hye no se be Ghana for na import to
enti Ghana ye ne onyam ne ye bibia ye coat of arm no ye fa mo sanitary pad ho baby Ghana akoduro no
ama mi hu enti hu se moral ne bia
the Bible cracker say ye wade nyina ho kwan dan so nyina yes enye ne nyina na se fataye
na emblem of this nature
what you say enye ne nyina me culturally my upbringing kra no oba ubu nsakra mpa difficult for me to lie with you on the same bed me just say difficult that is it na mo Ghana no nyam nyina ya yi ni nyina no coat of arms ni nyina e fa nkobo pad ho ni encheche mankwala all because president aka na president mu a otokozuze no aso na ne yiri bonisem
wo hu ne se wasi Ghana ni monyama etras
me come we nyina no the point I me pick ewo mu ne say ye de sadie we ba ana aboa ama importation dodo bebrebe no aba form dia eni ade ne ye kwa akoto no ye nton free local manufacturers ho na emwa because enkoko ya asemu yo mu kan it's a good policy say yen cut down importation of akoko o ti ase na emom na akoko na from the onset na akra no yakra no we na nka ye ma local way for no say mumbridi wo mo e wa hanma ya mfanya we dia but right from the onset akoko na nka say yakra no free baby na eba ne ho kankwa woni di no
wo si importation no enso ade na odi besia no kwa
why shasia awakokra
ebi ni mayasma ne ye kan say wo si ye nya brofo kasa ne ka wa akoma instructions of brofo na wo
so nya English ni on free England what's the there kana so me difficult to believe in NDC government because of almost someone beka no o compare with logical emfa Ghana ya nye ye nyina ya NDC for
Ghana nye ye nyina
now names on NDC
modern mobe bro ma say mo ma ye
bi NDC agiwa o beka so on fa logic nya adwuma
Ghana anye ye nyina
o de me say asemasi o de hwe court nsensem kra omu nyina pia free court aba no NDC nchechire mu ne we MPP ncheche o beka say na nkofo ye da omu de court dan ba mu no mdo mu ko wura pie ye omu bibia ye different you
sana huno
me say I'm trying to have time to study and nkofo from NDC for because that's omu logic no it beats imagination
ba me so me hu say omu ne MPP ne ye say the value is the same entafo
Debi soja enkabita NDC ni APP anya peba kuse ewo bibia mu oti ase odi ne ye argument ani argument ni logic no e totally different ade ye gina reason say we dey say na wo say ko NDC ni beka ni different na nko mampani mu a ba bia ye dui wo se nkokọ na wo pese ye nyan abra wan kasa wanu masem say e good na hold the economy
say no ye other sectors of economy in the doors and they say and diversify economy of country it be a non-traditional export ye bibi ye fa natural resources say the gold you can na ye going to agric sector say the ye
yes
we have paper no dey can lovely policy
yes
but me dey implementation nti yanko enkokon ketenkete no dey kayam
me say agric sector in general
no mun twesika nko didia
until the Americans agric sector na nkasa no kra no say ho kra your priority areas ananti ase your priority areas it among adia ye ni nyina no enkokonkwa ne ye e wo se wo hwe na wo ye say no kra po na wa hwe wa fa si wani zu say wo hwe right from the onset na akokọ no wasa akra wo mo wasa akra wo ada na unye breeding ni bi e wo man ni mu a na mpaja te say dia mo say mo ye progressive education no enyan kakra na enko
and that's your point.
Yes, so that is my idea say on my no your priorities no yen set it no ye na entimi moyen dan say dan ne dan nyina no campaign promise ya fi say ade na enya feasible ba ye de ano akanti ne akofa o man sika ne de asa akwa akwoje wo de obehu say sa de we yo muke ebe ye hwete sam enkokọ no by the time ye de no be free assembly ho a obeduru fie no na akokọ na wu na akokọ ba minka prophet of doom akokọ ba ye de na ma wa wo de ko sese ya no e de preparation ni wa ye because akokọ ba na de ma no ye mfa buo nka ho afa na akokọ bubobuo eni ade a wo de nkokọ yi ko akotom na wo nsa aka akokọ ansa na wo de na dufe wo de ne koto hefa oti ase nti si obi anya na dwuma a wo ye no onye nkokọ is that the direction of this government or person obi afamu ana oti de kana me there I was checking say ebianka on farmers poultry farmers association no empower woman omo agye atumu say omo de ombeye poultry business empower them ton kokoro na fa kogu omo ayinim ebuo no omo goso omo na eye obi wo ho a ohia say irrigation system fa technology beka na dwuma a wo ye ne ho waja say na boa no ntimi produce more than say me nya ma adwe say menye nkokọ ba aban akokọ abanti bekọ akwaji e ba so so be mo change me because me kan mekọ akwaji akokọ ni bi pe me kwaji na wan ha bi ni free assembly ho e be duru fie na akokọ na wu
adeka be mia ne kon ana
mi akokọ nko na so mi ni titie bia no a because o ma bie school bia ye kire nkokọ yen ana soja sa wote I want it here wa famu na ma wote ya wo ye fiti preoccupy the microphone si wanimu a wa hwe amanfo bedundum station no kra
ya samu
wote de aka na say it is a me a wo mfantete se bia nka ban si obeye nkukọ yi no wa start here bia nkukọ school and anopa na 3 days e bia 6 months course ana 3 months nkukọ college ni anyina ya tiasim na ne yesu nkokọ ho saa ne yesu nkokọ ane anopa nkokọ awia nkokọ ye nkokọ saa eti wodi akokọ no be mam no minim akokọ ba no se na mesi manage no
angel
na we dia minim hwe fa akokọ ho na dia akokọ ba ye di carbon ho ka mamia by the time am din be free assembly ho a medru fe akokọ no
abese enkwala amkuta no ma bia mo di ne ho agro
obe kureku no obe tini free so because si wo soon so akokọ ni soon kwe ade na kire o so so ade na kire you should know this training be na ade afam enti me say ebe kwa akoye sikase ye no omoma ye bidawo en confirm nsem no atete omo de NDC ni moa yen wo mu pe moa yen papa ene wo ye ya wo menye moa tze ya ma kaba Sabia no mukoye and confirm ya a coffee kabaya ye could be say and confirm no here omso mkobokina. Minim say Ibrahim Tuare ebaye na omasa abadia because omutimi soja mamu and omabadia fine. But as stance no.
Any propaganda mo dey say ni
join news for David Banas ya zure. Okay nkoko mo journalist for. O ti ase ene koye mu hwehwemu ni ebisa. Yes. O ti ase ena confirm na tuko. Eti mi nim say soldier buy na ba Burkina ena ama because soldier buy there obi anu ho awope.
Okay. Minim yamra ayi kakra ken drift kakra bi en cheme bie phone lines en me bie ne tempa na nka yemehwe enka osunu kukuruku asam kakra.
Right.
On the weekend yi ensamo akoso pa bi ko be fa abobo ano bi na abronya mo bi na habo mafo ye campaign pa na mum. The answer MPP is actually banning all party-appointed communicators from using party-sponsored media platforms to campaign for any aspirant whatsoever. It's a warning that is coming with immediate effect. Meaning, directive, no, so communicator there.
Oh, won't say there, brofo no actually, no. Party-sponsored media, what you be that, my abba, maybe I want to try. I say,
baby, a party, no best small second.
What you come out, I'm station, no. Ana brofo no na me na mentiase.
Oh, say wo kai me mate wo mentiase.
Ba me de ya na me fa mpani asem ya na nakura aka bi. Wo se wo kura na ne nkwa ni ji ebu odie.
Itimi de man ka.
Utimi de ma wo kura no. O ti ase. Me nkase me campaign for Dr. Baomia. Na mo me bana ne ho asem ba de me yi ano because we party ni. Obi a ne ho asem beba bia no because me ye party ni no. Me yi ano. But so de ma me ka bibi wa.
Grounds no te say ne mamu.
Oh yes, but MPP an kasa de eya na jamima steady kakra ene se aha no asai se nipa no de na adwen eye party no wosan de na koma edi akire e wa Ashanti region eti bibi biara obeye bia no eya na e wo direct effect e wo nkrofo so wudi agwo aku nipa to atwene o ti ase on se ya Asante sem ye kotokonsem ya hine sem ni ye MPP ye mfa ni agro unza kotokokra bobo no luso a that day fufu timi sei
eno de nanu de omukolusu ye ha obi a me ha me pa
menchese awehwan kasa yes awehwan kasa na esie san MPP tie
ba ko bi omfa cap wa ha sei kami collapse
ewuo na wom
ba mo MPP ndi se ne nya Asantefo nya
me say first no nana da kwa first no na wo kasa obi ya NDC ne wodi duabo na be sanity I'm telling you for a fact. Say Papa be me say I sorry them. Papa be bompa ye pa. And mama ba ko say Papa be bompa ye pa. Mama ba ko say wo NDC ni so. I sorry them mu nyina o. Because NDC no just say wo mo ye nkrophobia. Won shut down for Papa and shut down and share wo mo sa. But MPP there e ade wo bia no pe. O mama ye de betitew. Am ye do wurama bowasu ye pi bia ye bia so ya de mfa so de bregana eti MPP asem ba na obia de nano atom but mamembo MPP mpanimfo abaso especially the National Executive Council wo mo tena se a mo hu ne se ade ye nkoto ne ntem ne to ne ntem a ebetima boa yen e ma 3 years e da ye nimu no etimi edi nkabom dodo no atima bre yen wo de hwe ne de ekoswe enanka yekoto police station ekoto electoral area eto constituency to national eto bibia no ansa na yebeko wezo a engebe wie na yemu papa na party ne janto sesi ekrampo hwede ekoso eti se nyame ya dom emie timi koto we 31st no na obi ani so tenwa afa dia de buafuo within 3 years dia yebetimi amia kuro no manawu ekuro bia no webetiwe to be more than 1 year gi diabetes kuro I know they you try nine no that is my point eti me dia me hwe ne say baby adu no it is expected but eya na yesi pani wo fia eye eno na do danko akofo ado me hu ye wa frɛ aspirants ni nyina
onko hia nkran no
yes ni fie na wani wo mu edi nkomo me dia me ti ye bia ne say omuma party ni interest ehia wo mu ensen omo personal interest na adeɛ biara so ɔmbɛka ɛbɛma party no edin aba fam deɛ ɔmo ntwe ɔmo ho mfiri ho na adeɛ biara so ɔmo bɛka ɛbɛma ne nua ho ɛho aba asɛm a owie a ɔntimi fa ne nsa nkɔto ne nua kɔ mu deɛ ɔmo ntwe ɔmo ho mfiri ho ote deɛ ayɛka no ɛnɛ bad news fake news bebree wɔn si na nado say wɔn nyinaa tena ase na yɛmfa aba omiankɔ which is never true ɛnɛ mi kɔ wɔn atwa bi ato me so ɛnyɛ no korɛ da wote ase ɛnyɛ no korɛ da ɛnso so wɔn de aso mu na wɔn ka it is part and parcel of us because ofi sɛ ɔka saa asɛm no a ɛna amanfoɔ ɛbɛso no mu na me obi timi de me tena social media esumbo be na asɛ me mawu ɔte social media so me say ɔte social media so no ɔbɔ bena sɛ me mawu empare me nyame ti asi bibi saa entimi ensi ɔte dia enti dia me menka bibia sa oh fatu menka bibia sa mpo enti me so ya na me pese me ma credits asba ye ka no hwe eno kra po se me ka ya tiu o koto o de tiu o koto asase a me pa che o koto asase a enye snap na adeko na ade buomu ade akọ kakraka enti esoro region bia so ne culture
very well
o ti ase udru sirema ohene no wonte edwan homa anam nantwi ana odwan skin ote eso but otumfo te akos ote de ayeka na se enti asase when I say asase buo say nete me kram po men kan bibia
abafo nyame na asase ye ohene dia
na
na dia
enti dia de to dia na agenda 111 year ba nananum afa anche KUS year da hoi nananum afa asase anche oti ase me kan bibia asaso kra enti dia me kan se ye kan ensem bebre gu nipa so se ne ebe ya MPP din no ebeba fom na ya bre ya se ba me ka sherade numonyam se MPP ahode wom tidie wom eno ti na me ba as regional secretary no dia me be ya nyina ne se me be ma party na ya akono enkenya ni ahode abem na nipa ni da so ekofom
it is still possible se bia mbetime
asa capture na this for the so mu na sikwa so mu ko
na mo aba imagine Victoria
soja o se adwuma bia wo ye bia na experience wom so bi na sikwa so go position wo hu and the whole clear
and this your mobile and say
na party na see ya die mu no e no ma to post no ya cha wie minua pa wonya ne ho mfa Muhammad mbod mu ma so ye de ya man bi omo e de be mo ye de ama omo awie onti de America na say Ashanti region hwe wala sa ba bio wadi party administrator over the years wa ye adwuma kope odi ne din kwa agona DC o ma ma ne din kwa mpambam yan shortlisting kwa ya yi na frame PV Jantwa no ye presidential staffer ewo meals time ene ye opekemi amanamba o mfre no two champion hwa ye yi wo mu nyina frame
so fi Ashanti region ntia na
minim o mu nyina communicators aye ni mo fine ones aye ni mo mu ni nyina ye yo eti party no and only in this initial so was watch me am te opposition
we dey ama asom me yasre honorable Poyando me na say ono ne ye communication director for the New Patriotic Party Osunu Kokroko Ashanti region nemo ye dey ase dey oka no so be konanim ababa yes secretary regional secretary ono na ofia okasa ye the line no ama wadaroma emrena so ye bie 0246 677 566 Fresesia kanwadwene na yenhwe Ghana mayo semu ngumasua de mama ye de MPP fonso ye babia honso wati bibia wonte ase na otimi busa 0502 667 711 eno so frefaso 0502 667 711 eno ene 0246 677 566 Master Ochre amefa enchia spray ya kese pa ba kwa waben yi santase ho no menko ahoma so hello emse opun nachi ekwan bia so no bekasa ho abo modran se onso bebuso ahoma no abadwumade so ye bie lines no e de amount my ente on kasisi a 0246677566 na ya hwede ode man Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Mama honorable Yandon Kasabasaba etiefon whatever. Say ekabibi on kaya.
Right. Eti then na say yanka kunadu asem no kra. Soja, yanka kunadu asem no. Yo, eti the American say ayarehosem ne to Ghana. Ya maami a odi kan ya obeye first female friend first lady.
First lady.
Yan Kabiashi.
Fourth Republic.
Yeah, exactly. Na maami say na wasi abod.
But yankwa homa so. Hello.
Because of Washi.
Very well. Udin na yeko.
Family Kennedy or say
Kennedy etio.
But you let me say everything now Okasan. Na abaya waba wa ya ko yaye. Udi ko na claim when say opposition o mo no. Eya obi ana o de tiwo. Cause wo buy 8 years won't be anya hwe no obi aba. 8 months I say 9 months. Shenyoma oye na wo tiwo akika sanse won ya. Gana fo tie no. Medasi.
Yes so yadasi. Obi be kan bi hello. Na ye koso. Pacho mo hwe phones no ma me na ye nkọ enim kakra kakra. Obetimi afra kire wadwene sabre ya. Angel FM 96.1 0502 667 711. Hello.
Hello.
Pacho, yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Pacho, my friend is big in Kasafri Santaze.
Pacho, it's you.
Honorable boy, me and Basopa. Your brother Basopa. Tayo Noyade, Wakasapa. And I need you for Ejania Sona, Tiansan, Tian, ni adapatapade Jumadia moye.
Yes so yadasi. Na ye kwenu. Also my ante woni sisia e wo platform no so 0246 677 566 na waka bi e dia boa Ghana enkoso. Hello.
Adakwa.
Aha. Pacho eti say.
Isa office okote.
Isa yetio.
Me mti on mana. Okay, na men kano. Na da kwa kaka mamentia yo dabra. Tibota me chana na men champion champion na kuki. Na da kwa kaka me kake ko poliando de. Yeba sano. Esa no boss do. Na mbi ya no kwa mu. Poliando, na mbi ya no kwa ba mu. Ku sa ba kan bi da kan bi. Dana fo. Ko dem ko kan bi da sa. Mu ne do mo ntemu so. Mu de poliando. Yes, I'm a never going to here. And now, what's up with you? To be Mamma, Mobile come up. Excellent, don't the money, Mama, so Mana, and then number perform, and the Poyano Satan for Mana Gana for the baby. Every time, Mumu, how now, and then the jar for Kakra. It's about Mamu, but on the you. That be another performer.
Yabedasi, Isa, offensive quality. Hello. Good afternoon. Ejina so na yehwe. My ente woni se 0246677566 and on 050. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's right. Pacho odin be bia wo.
Oh my God. The pass.
Radio no was wrong. Chon kakra na fe yenti ye woka.
Okay. Pacho.
Aha, yeti o.
Okay. Pacho, abeya kayemfa soja ban bra o.
Hey,
everything. Be no bi o ho a ebe ka ho asa. MPP ne a ogina wa kasa yi. Last year kura twam na manfo yire aja o mu kura na nya asumketwa. Ba o betira ho. Eki kan so wo nyina.
Pacho okay na man.
What's
why dey?
Me say. Me say mo MPP ne ya di na wa kekai. Maybe last year came Grandma for you because of custom crown and young agro. Nkabaya to the Bimbra, Nanka a common great because the piano power won't become awesome. the share papa call to play the buy no. What try or catch trouble say, and yet, dear pa, now buy and obey ye. That you win Nasha with 3 months number yet. Or free so ye and the side Adina Saba and all Casa.
Better say. Obi super kabioha. Na ya hwede oh. Ye won kofo bi so mo de comment e de afa Facebook. Your account no so amai. Ye be kenka on messages no e de amom. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Very well.
Pacho
your premier from you because every as was what I want to compete here so.
Yeti o.
Kemi bo ho ba mai. Xiaopa. Xia the best MC for Kodomo from Benaptella. Jamisha no mai. Xia na bo muntaka Mubarak. Interior Minister, Xia Jurasudabra. Chief of Staff. Xia na Nafusi inshallah. MPP no a hotel no. In Tobe no cha. Omu yedi ade papa bia bagana. Omu pese yebeye inshallah. Omu ba 8 years you want papa bia o mayama Ghana for. Galam say, muda musai tin so ni na. Afi uti na o ka se be nkoko kitingitia. Usi yentimi. Na min tuminti esele do ndama ni mama. Ko si ade obeye my bet what we free so waka so buy obeyi. Dollar o mana ko fom. Cement akofom. Ejuani bebre akofom. Wo ti wonu mu na wo yede say especially do mani mama. Wo ti mi ya min tuminti. MPP o bet na opposition 34 years ya min tuminti. O mu ti mi nyetu bia mbo Ghana for. O mu juno o party wo. O mu party nto kwa na si o mu no. O mu ti mi nyetu bia o mu sori a NDC ti mi nye. O mu hwe o bet na opposition 34 years. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Ye tiri obi so ebeka ha messages no dey be wo ha and am for comments no obi e de ne de out of Facebook no so say our language is powerful said you know e kasa e de Ghana local languages and na de obi so kase nuni queen or say if MPP is still in power by this time they will have paid more than leave that make alone please said you all kan wa ha no hello
okay
yama aha
Nembom se say.
Nyame kura me ho ya pa na we.
Kumasi brom bet ye de nyame.
Sa pepepe. Mbacho odin ni bebia wo.
We some Richard Kushas. Kumasi magazine on person.
Very well. Yeti yo.
Ye po abaso me tu dia. Dan dan na ya muti mo manga na ni asentime. Opa ye ma menka ka credit. Sanke minya na MPP not yo. Kwa kai se ni de. But on say ablabom ye onkofobia. Why wagging so the crossroads? You want to phobia or you my imagine say umbetwasa. Sana they say a MPP. Once they say it will be to me Casada and Session will say Emra na Momo Koi, a dear Ben Suya, and I say Papa Namujae, a menchima. They say me Yako as a MPP, and one Yakuna. And one Yafidi. I saw then any a brony baginti. A nipple of the MPP wire come a corner. The fefe ama ye di koga ya ton asodinti o maka to mani beyenti o mafro mani enu tina enna ya twam jama no for me bo ma baso puche mo mu che nyame hira mu delegate for eni susu e panen shepo mu ye
better say emergency mamenke kam comments no kakra bi na fe yenko nia obi so can also Filippo Kwabre Kasem Dr. Baumia will surely raise the MPP flag bearer. Greetings to my daughter from Paul Manso Echa Felix and my mom Auntie Mary. Anna John Abraham so can say if you want to buy okay where the infant talk krana yemre no aso emre no ayemre Honorable Poyando.
Eti na meka se ade aye maami e wo se yetime ekura ne mu yie pa because obesom Ghana na abra woni hoyi minimu se omai ade a ye wo se yani ekọ ho yenim pefe se na NDC fo ne nti yie ene yani twia
nana kunu do ajima
papa ne kunu no kura no obewo no ye MPP ni Rollins no and son
Rollins be we say no you founder of NDC
o see probity and accountability no o ma yire free ho
and as obewu no MPP
yes na kwala bia NDC mu a o mo ye babies with sharp teeth o ti ase nkwala bandits o mo sent say jata and one more day every nkrofo cancer magazine diska eti wo twene wo frɛ ho na ne yere no ankwate party e fɛ no NDP
ne dey nim sort no but he died as
MPP ni
of the NDC
and I say wo no MPP
ade wo ode ne sama se kyerɛ
na here samanse ansa ne me ba me MPP me say me ba me MPP membership card a kyerɛ enso say me kasa ne niema na wo ye no kyerɛ sɛ wa pɛ na na do danko akofo ado asɛm bibia function bia wone no eti mesrɛ sɛ maame ya free mu yi de nana ye hene nana o say tutu me bondi o say me ma me so
in the whole of the world
yes won kwaje ne dehye no na me na yie no because ye de share NDC for nsa wan hwe no ma say yie no ozo mo ne maame no enye ehi papa
otubo de dey so collaborate but
dey be on say ofri santimem what you say onye na omra na de srede a me de ma president John Mahama ne say ne base na toyi on say ne papa Rollins kire ne plane kura etwi ni ade etinka defense ministry beto hoyi
abedam pan say no
on found akwala no kwan because Rollins huhu kwan no ebetima mamanfo asuro zenato the defense shining sir ebeboa o ti ase because plane kese creative ba zenato etwi
mame na say Poyando no medana see pa MPP chame panyini the whole Ashanti region medana see ono a special guest earlier on na disability issues no ata upon so be kan bi ye bedana see pa ye dumbesia ye krako ye de asedane manyankopon ne bi akọ e de ama Bismarck sa enafe Christopher ene omom kan nyina nana ya medana see na titru Ochre Bema medana si ye pa ya femi mi soja na nada kwa upness drive time DJ portfolio obetiki over na wa ye de otimi ye edi ye na nada kwa de soja onyame dom ya otena ebo 2 pepepa the platform no hyehyehye na kyese ye de hyehyɛ so na mi shra